I was nominated to do the Two Truths and a Lie by Dierdre's Reborn in Lupus Life. So, I'm going to give it a try. So, this is a challenge where you do two truths of something that has happened to you, an experience or something like that, and one lie. And your audience is supposed to pick that lie from the truths and post about it, and hopefully play the game as well. Sorry it took me so long, Dierdre. But here goes. So, my first story is all my life I've been around horses, and when I was 9, I had been used to riding horses probably since I was 4, laying on the horses, just no fear of any horse at all. And my grandpa had gotten a couple horses from, I guess, what would be considered the circus. At that time, it was just like a carnival in our area. But one of the horses was named Blackie, and one Smokey, one Queenie. Smokey let me ride on him all the time. Queenie did as well. Did all my life. But I was about 9 or so, and I decided I was going to ride Blackie. All the other horses let me ride him, why not him? So I went out in the paddock, and I got him out, and I put a bridle on him and a lead, and I brought him all the way to the front and got on him. Not a big deal. He let me jump right on him, and nothing happened. We're just sitting there. So I laid back on him with my back against his back, and I'm just kind of looking up, thinking, wow, that was really easy. And then he started to buck. And he bucked once, made me sit upright and hold on. He bucked twice and flicked me to the back of him on his butt at this time. And he kicked one more time up in the air, just bucked straight up, and threw me off the back and into the air behind him. And on my way down, he kicked out, and he caught me in the hip. I limped my little butt all the way back to the house, got my butt kicked, and was done with it. And that next day, we went to my grandma's house, which was next door. They were having like a family reunion, and I had a bruise from my hip to my ankle, black and blue, solid black and blue, ached and hurt. And my uncles and my aunts were so mad. They thought somehow my dad had hurt me, or that somebody had hurt me, and they just kept asking me, and I was like, no, it's the horse, no. Didn't believe it. They all got angry at my dad for some reason, who never had, done anything like that, and everybody's about to fight. And here it was just a story of me doing probably what I wasn't even supposed to, but I didn't ask. It was the country. That's my first one. The second one is on vacation. We go to Pensacola Beach. Actually, that's the only place I do like to go. Pensacola Beach. When my grandson was 18 months old, we went to Pensacola Beach. And we're sitting in the surf. This is really his first time in the ocean. And we're just sitting there, letting the waves kind of hit us a little bit and everything. And he's loving it. He's cackling and laughing. And all of a sudden, he stands up and screams his head off. Like, oh my gosh, what? Did he get bit by a shark? What's going on? And then I look, and he has a jellyfish tentacle going across his leg and across his arm. And I threw it off of him real quick and ran him out of the water. Him screaming his head off, me now screaming my head off. Ran up to the beach. Everybody's now thinking we got bit by a shark. Everybody's running over there. And some guy comes out of nowhere and says, "You have to pee on him. You've got to pee on him. That's the only way to take the sting away." Like, what? I'm looking around. We've already sent somebody for the lifeguard, but there's no lifeguard there. So we're about ready. There's guys all around, and like clockwork, look around, and they're all getting ready to whip it out and pee on my 18-month-old grandson. Luckily, before any indecent exposure happened, the lifeguard came running with a bottle of vinegar and water and squirted down my 18-month-old grandson. And it did calm it after a while, but boy, did he have some whelps. It was terrible. My third one is, we live out here in the country, and one evening, about 3 summers ago, we have a great big light out back, and the moths are terrible. And I had let the dogs out, and it was nice outside, so I left the door open to the backyard, and a moth just came flying in like they normally do, and a bat that was maybe a couple inches high, not giant, but it definitely didn't look like a moth, came flying in the back door, which caused me to duck and run for a second, and then it started fluttering around my kitchen, and then it went up to the light in the kitchen, and this made me go scamper to turn off the fan in the living room and turn off the fan in the kitchen, because I was so afraid he was going to get whipped around and killed on that fan. As I'm doing that, the thing comes from the kitchen into the living room, and then heading towards the light we have in the foyer going upstairs. And I don't know how to get him out. I had run to the front door and opened the door, but he kept fluttering around, freaking out. And I was too, because I don't want to hurt him. I don't want to get him out of there. I didn't want to take a broom and try to get him. So he goes upstairs. My grandsons hear the commotion and then see this, and it is a running room of boys. All 3 boys scattered and ran all over the place. They don't know what they're running from. They just saw this thing, don't know what it is, and they take off running and screaming. This thing's still fluttering around, and then it finally goes into my bedroom upstairs, where I run to the window and open the window as fast as I can and turn off the light into the foyer in my bedroom, and now the big light's still on outside, and this thing finally goes out the window. Calamity deferred. That's the end of this story. So this was 2 truths and a lie that I had been nominated for. Sorry it took me so long, but I hope you'll play along. Okay, here we go. What is the truth? And the second truth, and which is the lie? Hugs to you all. Thank you. Bye.